Alright guys, so I'm making a video about why we chose to go with the stainless Breeo x24 versus the steel. I was reading up at the warranty page, and they said there was a 5-year warranty that it wouldn't rust through on the Corten steel. So I was like, you know what, you're already spending a ton of money on a fire pit, so I was like, I might as well just get the stainless and know that it's just gonna outlast the steel version, the regular steel. So this is after, we burned it once, and we vacuumed it out afterwards. I mean, all you need is a shop vac to clean these, and it just comes right up because it burns so efficiently that it's just straight ashes when you're done. Another thing that we noticed, obviously I bet you all this will discolor over time. It turned, that dark color after it's been burned. What? And we had these pavers just sitting back there, and we put it on top. I actually kind of like it. It gives it a lot of space underneath. I bet you'll still burn our grass, but we're probably making a little area back here somewhere for it. The cool thing is, so we had this one here, and it smoked like crazy. This fire pit, I mean, I don't know. I think it's because it's so shallow. Maybe we didn't have the best wood sometimes, but this thing, it really does, give you a lot less smoke. I mean, obviously in the beginning it starts smoking because you're getting the fire started. But if you're using really dry wood, I mean, it should be good out of the gate. All right, so we're getting it started. We put some tumbleweeds in there. Got a couple of these. Get the fire started with some twigs I've been collecting around the neighborhood. And people say it's hard to start this fire pit. I mean, in the beginning, I think the first time I wasn't really prepared, but see how it smokes a little bit in the beginning. It gets better as it gets hot. But let that burn. Another thing I noticed that was cool is after it burns for a while, it's gotta be, I'm saying like a couple hours, you start seeing the flames come out of these holes, and it looks kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Thought that was cool. Down the road, I guess we'll get the cooking thing, but right now, I mean, we didn't need it. We have a grill. But it'd be cool, if you're out here hanging out at night and everyone gets some munchies, throw some burgers or hot dogs on real quick. That'd be kind of neat. Overall, I mean, it definitely feels premium, as heavy as anything. You can still move it around, but it's not like, it's not that light, but it's like 75 pounds, I think. It looks like, if you look here, this feels like it's not straight. I know it's not a big deal, but it's like on an angle. I think when it heats up, it gets like a little more dramatic. Almost like this is not perfectly round, or it's round, but it's like angled up. No big deal, I'm not worried about it. Obviously for the price, it should be perfect, but. All right guys, so one thing I forgot to mention was, I did ended up sending Breeo a picture of how the metal was bent down on an angle. And they were like super, they are really good at customer service. They were super responsive. They offered me the grill, a lid, anything, pretty much anything I wanted. And so they decided they took 20% off. Decided just to get the 20% off. So I pretty much got the stainless for the same price of the Corten steel. So so far I'm super impressed with the customer service, and it seems like at no question they will stand behind their product, which is awesome. I kind of like companies like that, and it's the reason why you pay a little bit more money. But yeah, overall, I mean, the grill's fine. They wanted me to send another one, and I decided that I really didn't need that. Go through the hassle of shipping this and whatever. And but they did make it right, and so far I can say no matter. And you know what, I did see how it happened. So we have a Ring camera, and I saw that the mailman was carrying it, and this box was pretty heavy and bulky, and it was pretty big. I used a wagon to bring it to the backyard, but he dropped it right as he was climbing the curve, so he could have dented it right there. So I don't think it was anything that they did. But super impressed with the customer service, and they were super nice. And yeah, I'll definitely be buying more stuff from them for sure. You can see some welds under here. Some of these welds come down kind of far, but no big deal. I'm sure they'll stand by their product because, you know, they're making a ton of money off these things. Overall, I'm really happy with the fire pit. We had it in about 40 degrees when we first got it. And it was windy and pretty chilly. It felt like it was like 35 degrees. And it actually kept us warm. I mean, you could sit like, you know, 2 feet away and feel pretty warm. But you had to keep the fire going pretty strong. As soon as the fire got like down a little bit, you would start getting cold. So my wife was we were going through wood like crazy. So someone at my job gave me like 20 pieces of wood. I mean, I think we burned through almost all of it, and this is all we have left. What?
Daddy's your birthday.
It's not my birthday. So overall, I recommend it, and check it out. Another point that I forgot to mention was so I did not get the lid because it was like $170 extra for the lid, I think it was. And so I was like, I'll just get the cover. I think I'll be fine. And I still don't think I'm getting the lid because the lid is like, it's a big piece of metal, you know, I mean, it's pretty expensive for just a lid. But when it rained, the rain starts sinking and weighing down on the cover. So I was thinking about just getting a piece of wood, I don't know, 2x4, something small, or making something just to support the middle so that it doesn't sag down when the rain sits in there. Because I bet you eventually this cover will start to leak. But yeah, so if you guys, I guess that would be something to do if you guys want to avoid paying all that money for the lid. I'll make something. I'll end up showing something. So it's got to be thin enough to still fit underneath and, you know, still cover it pretty good, not like a big 2x4. But I'll figure something out. So I'll let you guys know whenever I decide to have something for that. I'll show that.